After speaking, he added, "Also, the viaduct we are walking on has no traffic at night, but the road below is relatively close to Red Light Street. It is always lively at night, so there must be a lot of private cars and taxis going back and forth. Moreover, there are young people who enjoy the nightlife, drunken people and homeless people. Once they find that we are falling, they will definitely come around to watch the excitement or help. Even if this group of ninjas really dared to jump down, they might not dare to kill us in front of so many people. As long as it can be dragged for a few minutes, the helicopter from the TMPD will probably arrive." Takehiko blurted out and asked, "What if we fall directly to death?" Hiroshi Tanaka gritted his teeth, "President. Even if we fall to death, it is better than being killed by a ninja. The ghost knows how Takahashi wants us to die? What if Takahashi told them to behead us?" Takehiko felt a chill in the back of his neck. Beheaded? That's too damn bad, right? I would rather jump from here and fall to death than be chopped off by the ninja with a sword. Thinking of this, he shook his heart. Okay. Then jump. After speaking, he remembered Takahashi's true knowledge, gritted his teeth and said angrily, "Damn it, Takahashi forced me to jump from this height. This thing is really FC King ironic. Today's hatred, I remember Takehiko. If I can survive, I will smash the head of that bastard that Takahashi really knows. I'll break him into pieces." Hiroshi Tanaka sighed, turned his head and said to the driver, "Brother Yamamoto, let's jump together." The driver wiped a cold sweat, nodded and said, "Okay. I'll be with you too." At this time, Takehiko's two personal ninjas have already fought to the dying state. Seeing that the two might be hacked to death by the other at any time, Tanaka Hiroshi hurriedly shouted, "President, Brother Yamamoto. It's now or never." Takehiko quickly pushed open the door on one side with him. At this time, the driver also opened the door of the cab, ready to get off. However, the driver's side was right in front of the Iga ninja. One of the ninjas saw that the driver was about to get out of the car, so he rushed over and pierced the driver's heart with a flying knife. After the sharp ninja knife pierced the driver's body, the blade even pierced the hard door of the Rolls-Royce. The driver died almost instantly. Ito saw the driver being killed across the car. He trembled unconsciously, and his legs became soft. Although he is also a man who has experienced many battles in the market, it is the first time he has experienced this kind of disaster, and it is inevitable that he is nervous and afraid in his heart. In addition, the older he is, the less courage he has, so Takehiko squatted on the ground in fright, unable to climb the 1-meter-high guardrail at all. At this time, the ninja who had just killed the driver suddenly discovered that Takehiko and Tanaka Hiroshi both had escaped from the car, as if they were about to jump off the bridge, and suddenly shouted, "Quick! Takehiko is going to escape." Having said that, he drew the ninja sword out forcefully, and stepped up to the roof of the car to kill Takehiko. Seeing that Takehiko wanted to escape, the other ninjas immediately went mad and killed Takehiko's two lingering ninjas, and then swarmed. The more so, the weaker Ito's legs became uncontrollable, and even his efforts to stand up have no effect. At this moment, Tanaka, who was about to climb over the guardrail, rushed desperately to push Takehiko's body, and shouted, "Mr. President, you must support me with your hands. We must jump down, or we will die." Takehiko was instantly empowered, and he knew that this was really the line between life and death. So, he pulled his body up with both hands, coupled with the desperate push by Tanaka Hiroshi. He quickly jumped over the guardrail of the viaduct. At the moment when he almost lost his balance and turned over, he looked at Tanaka gratefully and reluctantly, and shouted, "Koichi, you must not give up." Hiroshi Tanaka nodded, using a little more force in his hand, and pushed Takehiko down. Immediately afterwards, he climbed up the guardrail at the fastest speed. Watching the short knives of several ninjas that were about to cut him, he jumped, followed Takehiko, and jumped off the bridge. One after another, the two jumped off the highway bridge that was more than 10 meters high. At this moment, Ito hoped that a truck full of fluffy goods could appear under him. It's a pity that there is nothing but the hard pavement below. Before the fall, Takehiko's mind kept echoing Tanaka's words. As long as you don't face down, or belly down, you still have a chance to survive. So, he struggled to adjust his body in mid-air, and landed heavily with his legs straight to the ground. With a bang, Takehiko only felt an incomparable sharp pain from both legs, but he didn't care to check the injuries on his legs, and he immediately rolled a few somersaults on the ground to relieve the impact of his falling from the viaduct. Immediately afterwards, Tanaka fell heavily to the ground. Like Takehiko, he landed on his legs and rolled over for several meters. Although their legs hurt to death, both of them saved their lives because of the correct landing posture. At this time, Ito looked at his legs and saw the entire knee, calf, ankle and sole of the foot. All fell beyond recognition. Tanaka's situation was just as tragic. His legs were bloody, broken bones even pierced from the flesh, blood flowed across, and it was horrible. When the passers-by saw this, they were shocked, and some women had already screamed. Soon, several enthusiastic people gathered around, and one of them asked, "You gentlemen, how do you feel? Would you like me to call an ambulance for you now?" Takehiko cried bitterly and said, "Help me call the police. Someone on the bridge is chasing us." Everyone hurriedly looked up at the bridge. On the side of the guardrail of the over 10-meter viaduct, 6 ninjas were lined up in a row, looking down under the bridge with a bewildered expression. One of the ninjas asked dumbfounded, "Boss, what now?"